Alright guys, I am on my way to Publix. It's just opened today, so I am going to show you around and give you my first impressions, and I'll see if I'll be shopping there later. I wanted to do a walkthrough of the store for you, but unfortunately it was too crowded, so I was unable to get clean shots of the store for you. This particular week at Publix, they were having a sale on their blueberries and their strawberries, and they were selling it for two for $7, which could be a good deal depending on who's having a sale that week, but I have seen it 2 for $5 at Giant, just in case you were wondering. Here are bananas for 45 cents, a decent price for them. They look really good as well, which is always great. Moving over to one of the refrigerated sections of Publix, they had a variety of Sabra hummus. They also had different types of dips and hummus and guacamole. So if you love to try different types of dips, or you love to host parties where you can display those, this would be a great option of buying them from Publix for your next party. Here we have some sweet potatoes and some of their other produce, and I was really interested in this section because I use a lot of nuts for my overnight oats. So their prices were a tad bit expensive for the amount of nuts that you get, but they look at the variety. It's a lot. You can make different types of trail mix with this, so there might be a good option for you, just depending on what you're looking for. Going back into the produce section, there's some sweet potatoes and some yams. They had a lot of good root vegetables. Moving over, some mangoes. All of their produce, to me, looked really fresh and really good. They had some kind of exotic produce. Here you see they have dragon fruit, yucca plants, mangoes, coconuts, pineapples, squash, different types of squash. It was a great section. Now moving over, this is what I really liked. They had this display of different types of fruits and vegetables. It's kind of like they were trying to make fruits and vegetables sexy again. And in this section, they just had recipe cards on how to create different dishes with it if you were stuck or you needed some inspiration. But it really was great to kind of get me in the mood of thinking of how to make these vegetables and fruits in a different way than I normally make. So that's in the produce section. I'll just skim through this a little bit. It's just wine on wine on wine. So if you're a wino, this is the store for you. Moving on, we had a little bit of a bulk section with nuts, and I believe they also had rice and beans. And I'm just going to skip through this a little bit because it's basically like a normal grocery store, but here they also have some organic items for you as well. This was also a great section. They had a really good seafood section with salmon and different types of fish, tilapia, tuna. Everything looked really fresh, really clean, really good. Here's some shrimp right here. And they also steam it in the store just like they do at Giant. Here we have their meat section, a lot of packaged goods. This Italian sausage looked really good, so I might go back and get it if I have extra money from my monthly budget. But it's just decent prices in general for their meats. And as I mentioned, I went opening day, so there were a ton of people in my way while I was trying to record, and I didn't want to keep stopping the filming. So here's some steaks that they had some beef. I don't really buy steaks that much because I don't know how to make it that well, so I don't know if that's a good price for them. You can let me know below. Here's their poultry section. They were a little bit overpriced for my comfort and my taste, but they did have a lot of different types of chicken for you. If you are a cold brew fan, Publix is the place for you because they have tons of different brands that you can have. Here's my favorite, almond milk, and surprisingly they had hazelnut, cashew nut, and oat milk, which was great. If you are looking for alternatives for milk, they also have plenty of that. I wanted to show you their egg section because I saw some really cheap prices on their eggs. So if you're looking for a deal on eggs, Publix may be the place for you. Almost to the end, they have a huge peanut butter selection for you. And lastly, I just wanted to show you their dog food section, just in case you have dogs. I think it's about the same price as Costco, if maybe a little bit more, but yep, there it is. And I am back from Publix, and it was quite an experience. A lot more people than I thought would be there, considering it was in the middle of the day, but it was still manageable to walk around. It was very clean, a very clean store. They had self-checkouts, they had a lot of different things, a lot of demonstrations, they had a lot of samples, which is why we went on the first day. And what I really liked was the little recipe cards. So they had recipe cards near the produce section to kind of give you inspiration on how to cook certain things, because they had a lot of things similar to Wegmans. So they had like yucca plants, they had dragon fruit, and a couple of other like exotic produce. So I couldn't really like that because they don't really have that, I believe, at Giant, where I mostly shop. They had a really good seafood section. So they had they had sushi. They also had dumplings there, so I might go back for those. Their meat department was very extensive. They had, my sister said they had buffalo burgers. I miss that, but they had buffalo burgers. They had Kobe burgers. They had chicken. Now, the chicken I don't think is worth it. The price, they had very small pieces of chicken for $3-4, so I don't think I'll be getting my chicken, at least from there. They had a lot of they had a smaller size section of bulk items. You know, like in Wegmans, they have where you have the nuts and the candy and all the other stuff and the beans. They had a smaller section than Wegmans, and I guess they were decent prices. I haven't got my almonds and nuts from Wegmans in a while, so I think overall it's a great store. I don't think that if you're on a budget, this is the store for you. They did have reasonably priced produce, and they did have buy one get one free. So in their flyers I saw they have different sections where they have buy one get one. So if you're on a budget, that could help you out if that is a product that you use a lot and you need. But other than that, I think it's an alternative to Wegmans, maybe a tad bit cheaper with the same types of products there. They also have a store brand and an organic store brand. And I guess overall it was a good experience, but I don't think that I'll go there for my monthly grocery haul. But if I do have money left over in my monthly budget, I might go over there and get a couple of things like some dumplings or perhaps some more sweet potatoes. But that is my first impression of Publix, and I hope you stay tuned for more videos. Bye!